Hey guys, how's it going? This is Autumn. I just wanted to say hi this evening, see how everyone's doing, make a quick video. I had some thoughts that were on my mind when I was driving home tonight in regards to success and kind of what that means to me and maybe what it means to you. Anyways, a lot of you know that I just recently got into a career in real estate, and for me this is a new journey, and I have never been in business for myself, but I've always been under some company doing the 9 to 5, and so this is a new adventure, completely different from what I'm used to, but nonetheless something that I'm excited to start, and it's leading to a whole new adventure for me. I still have my 9 to 5 job, don't get me wrong, but I'm transitioning out of that, and I began thinking along the lines of success because with starting my real estate business, my ultimate goal is to be successful in what I do. And I think there's lots of components to when in regards to what it takes to become successful along the way. And so I was driving home and I was thinking of the concept, I want to be successful. And then with that, I think it's more than just I want to be successful. I think you have to take into consideration the mindset of not only do I want to become successful, that word want, I think you have to take it to the next layer, and I expect to become successful in my life, where there's a confidence. And I think that comes into play when you start thinking and looking at the area of mindset, the area of intention, of where you're going, having the vision of where you see yourself headed in your life. But expecting that it's going to happen. There's a belief that has to come along with that area of your mindset. It's without a doubt, there's a layer of this is going to happen for me. And I think that takes work and practice and a layer of confidence that you have to build. One reason I'm outside making this video on this beautiful evening, I did not mention this, normally I shoot my videos inside the house. Tonight I'm like, it's beautiful outside. The wind is blowing, I have the beautiful background of trees. It's something that we all take for granted. And one thing that I've been really paying attention to and working on is the area of gratitude. And I've shared in different posts that I've made or other content how important it is to be grateful. And this is another layer of what I do on a daily basis, is practicing gratitude. There's so many things, if you just stop and pay attention, that you can be grateful for. And I've shared that with you guys previously on things, posts and things that I've shared on Facebook or Instagram. But in addition to gratitude, I think another thing that you have to pay attention to is your words, because your words are powerful and they send forth energy out there into the world. And I think you have to be mindful of those words because they can serve you in either a positive way or a negative way. And it's not just the words that you speak outwardly from day to day, it's also the words that you either consciously or unconsciously speak to yourself internally that will also impact you and the road that you're paving forward. I know that I would say the last couple weeks, this week's been okay, but the weeks prior, I was starting to get in this funk, this mindset of, I wouldn't call it success. I would call it doubting that I can become successful. A lot of different triggers, a lot of different factors came into play. But I found that when I started paying attention to what I was thinking in that realm of negativity that I allowed to come into my mind and the words that I was speaking to myself, that it started to impact me on another layer of emotions. So your words are powerful, like I said. If you're thinking negative thoughts, or if you're thinking of outcomes that don't serve you, that are on a negative path, and then you start letting emotions come into play as well, you're gonna feel it on a different level. And you can feed into it. And that's where a lot of people start heading down the path of being depressed or being overly anxious. And I was seeing these patterns in my life sparking up, like, okay, I'm working towards this path of being in a real estate career. This is all new territory for me. I've never done this before in my life. I'm my own boss in that sense, and I have to build from the ground up, and that's scary. Like, I've had to learn what to do, what not to do, what I need to know, what I should be doing, how to manage my time. Everything about this has been new. It's nothing from going to your job and, okay, here's your assignments for the day. This is what I need you to do. You punch the clock. Okay, you come noon, you go to lunch, you're done with lunch, you come back, you're expected to work. Like, they give you projects to do. This is different. You're building your business, you're building your brand, you're building who you want to become. And who I want to become is a successful person. And in order for me to achieve that success, I had to start to pay attention more to my mindset, that I can do it, and my outcome, and why I started in the first place. And I think it's very important to pay attention to that in life. And I hope I'm not just rambling on, that you guys can take something away with my journey. And I kind of want to capture that journey along the way. One reason why I'm doing video is it's very uncomfortable for me. And my hope is that I get comfortable being uncomfortable, that I get comfortable stepping out of this box that I've created for my life, my comfort zone, and push beyond that so I can blaze forward and do what I feel like I've been meant to do my entire life. To be this bigger, better person that can reach out to others and affect people's lives in a different way. I've always been someone that's wanted to help people. I've always been a giver, and tried to put other people's needs first. And I think, maybe that's what's led me to this career of being in real estate. Like, there's a component of that, of being able to see happiness in people, to help them realize their dreams, and uncover like this huge layer of buying or selling a home. There's an experience that goes along with it. There's that helping piece, but then there's also that connection with people, which I really do enjoy. I feel like I'm rambling on just my journey, my thought process, but prior to even getting into real estate, I knew I wanted to do something more. I wanted to work for myself in the long run and be my own boss. And it was a struggle to figure out what it was that I enjoyed and what I like to do. And it was a lot of self-discovery along the way, paving out my path of why I got into the real estate business. I've had background in construction. Currently I'm doing healthcare, and they've all helped me become the person I am today. I did a little bit in the sign language interpreting, and studying that and building that connection with people. And I think every step of the way, every part of my journey has helped build me into the person that I am today, and is just going to further propel me into the person that I'm meant to become. And one thing that has helped me and continues to help me is having a growth mindset, and not stopping until I succeed. not giving up on my dream. I know my vision for my life. I know my dreams, and I've shared with some people, you know, my visions and my pathway that I see myself going towards in the future. And I think it's important to always go towards your dreams. Never stop growing, never stop developing. When you reach one thing, it's time to carve out another area or avenue, and always be growing and always be learning. Sorry, there's a plane flying overhead, and I don't want you to not hear me and what I'm saying, so I'll give it just a second. And just take a moment, I guess, to take in the scenery around me. And just be grateful for that once again. I don't even know if you can hear me or not. It's further off in the distance, so we'll let it be. Anyways, part of my journey has become personal growth and development, reading books and developing who I am and being a strong, confident woman as I go ahead into my future. And it's not always easy. I think with the success component that I'm after, it's taken like a lot of learning how to let go and release that fear component, because part of my little stumbling block the last couple weeks has I've let fear overtake me in what I'm wanting to do and the person that I'm wanting to become, and it's kind of stopped me in my tracks. Going back to real estate once again, everything's new. I don't have the answers right now for some things that are being asked, and for me it's kind of frustrating because, you know, I've been in other areas like my job in healthcare. I know the answer. You come to me, you ask me a question, I can respond to you and give you the appropriate direction and answer to what you're being or what's being asked of me. When it comes to real estate, there's still things that are unknown to me, and it's a learning process. You don't come from over here and expect to jump all the way over here. There's the baby steps in between, and I think I was in the mindset of like, okay, here I am now, and this is where I want to be, and not appreciating the journey of everything in between, and also recognizing and appreciating how far I've come. Like, this was just an idea back into last summer that I was just starting to think about, like, maybe I can do it. And I had my doubts then, but look how far I've come. And I started giving myself credit and paying attention to all of these little steps that have gotten me to where I am now. And yes, success is over here. This is where I see my life going, but it's learning to appreciate, okay, all of these things that I'm learning and doing along the way. These little things that I'm carving out for myself is going to help me jump and get over here. So I think it's mindset, positivity, appreciating the journey, being thankful for where you are today, and keeping a vision of where you're going to be in the future, like, and hold that clear in your mind. Don't give it up. And then don't give in to fear. Fear can stop you in your tracks. It can paralyze you from moving forward. I felt it, like I said, I felt it the last couple weeks, just being down on myself and not being where I want to be yet. One thing is backing off in the healthcare realm. You know, I'm gonna be honest, like, I want to go part-time in my current job in healthcare and have more time to focus on my real estate career, and that's been a little bit of a struggle. Finding the part-time work that I need. Not to say that it's not going to happen. So if I focus on, okay, this is not happening for me, and I keep hitting that wall, it's going to keep me in that same place, stuck, overwhelmed, anxious. Like, but if I take the time to really pay attention to what I'm thinking and shift my mindset over to the journey, the process, like the baby steps, and keep doing what I can along the way while trying to wait for open doors to go part-time in healthcare and have more time to spend in real estate. I feel like everything's a purpose, and there's a reason why that door has not opened yet in my life. And it's not to say that it won't open up soon. You just keep pushing ahead, keep trying. If one thing doesn't work, you shift it. But it also comes back to mindset, and the other part is coming back to taking action. Another thing I was not doing, I was not taking action. I think you have to take some form of action to push ahead and move forward and get to that place that you want to go in life. It wasn't enough to sit there and think of, oh, this is where I want to be. I want to be successful in my career. This is what success means to me. But then just sitting there and visualizing it and not putting any action behind it. Like Tony Robbins says, you have to take massive action. And that is something that triggered me recently of what I was lacking and not doing in this process of my life. And so when I started to pay attention to, one, what my thoughts were doing to me and the emotional state and focus that I was putting all my energy into, and I started to shift my mindset, shift my focus, and shift my emotions, essentially, because you have a choice. You can either focus on the negative, you can either be an emotionally person that's down and out and woe is me, or you can change your state. You can get into a positive state of mind. You can be emotionally invested in what you're doing and put some action behind it. When I started putting action in, okay, so what can I do? What are these little baby steps that I can do that's gonna get me to where I'm going long term? Am I gonna get there in the next few weeks? No, it's not realistic. And when I let go of not being realistic enough in my approach and started paying attention to these baby steps, which I had come across the book by Mel Robbins, Take Control of Your Life. Recommend it if you've never read it. And I felt like during that struggle the last couple weeks and that book coming into my life, and then how she laid it out, it was like an aha moment with, okay, here I am over here and I'm trying to jump over here and I'm not appreciating this journey in between. Anyways, I don't want to be repetitive. I don't want to keep speaking over and over again, but I just wanted to share my journey and just be open and honest. I don't know where you guys are in your life and what things you guys have set out to do. Maybe in the past or in the future, you see yourself doing something different with your life. I just want to be able to share my life, my journey, and hopefully inspire someone along the way to not be afraid, to realize what your dreams are and go after them. You're going to have the naysayers, you're going to have the people that come into your life, and it could be your very own family that says, why the heck are you wanting to do that? I've experienced that some. My family's pretty supportive when it comes to me shifting and changing gears and doing what I want to do. Even this is outside their comfort zone for me, because I'm looking to leave a guaranteed job, a guaranteed income, guaranteed benefits to go into this realm of not having all of that, not having a safety net. But then I see for my life the unlimited possibilities there as well. With my income, the flexibility and freedom that brings, and just the growth potential of what I'm capable of doing. There is no limits. This is what I see over here. No limits to what I'm capable of doing and reaching and becoming and growing into. And that's my journey. That's where I see myself. And I don't know where you guys see yourself in life. If you're comfortable, and there's nothing wrong with a 9-to-5, that's just not for me. That's not where I see myself long term in my my career life and goals. But maybe you do your 9 to 5 and you have something else along the way that you're interested in. You know, if I can just inspire and be there and share my life story and make a difference, even in just one person's life, then I feel like I've done my part. Especially standing here outside, talking to a camera, making a video, feeling like I'm fumbling over words and maybe repeating myself. Who knows? Maybe it'll get better in time. For now, this is what you got. You got me outside trying to make a video, trying to just be real with you and who I am and the person that I'm wanting to become as I grow and develop. And hopefully you'll get to watch this video and videos that I put out in the future and watch my journey and take away little pieces along the way. And of course, I'm always here to talk and open up and be honest and share with you my thoughts on this process. And just, you know, so many people have touched my life and shared different things with me. And I think it's important to share what you know and help other people. You don't know what other people are going through in their life and how things you share or things that you're doing in your life may affect or impact them along the way. So anyways, I know a lot of people know me and how I was, you know, in the past. Let's go back even 5 years. And the person that I am today, I feel like I'm growing and I'm very different. And I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for this journey. I am not the same person that I was when I started 5-10 years ago. And the person that I was then, nothing wrong with that person. That person just had some growing and some learning to do. And I'm still not perfect, but I'm striving to become better. And I think that's the only thing you can do is focus on how can I be a better version of me? What can I do to be more, do more, give more, and contribute? Like, what's my purpose here on Earth? We're only given a little bit in this time here. So when I have wrapped up my life and all is said and done, I want to look back and reflect and say, you know, I did a damn good job. I did the best I could with the situations that were given to me. I wasn't perfect, but I've grown and I've learned from things. Yeah, I've had some hard times and some of it has really kicked me and hurt me, but I can either wallow in that hurt and pain and have a pity party for myself, or I can pull myself up out of the trenches, get out of it, move forward, and utilize those learning experiences, those harder times, to again become this better version of me overall. And that's my goal, that's my journey. And I just wanted to check in. I'm sorry this is so much longer than I intended for it to be. Clearly I can ramble on and talk too much. So again, thank you for taking the time to just listen to me share my story, and watching me develop and grow as the person that I'm wanting to become. I appreciate your time, your investment, your friendship, and I hope that we connect on a larger scale going forward, and that if you need anything from me, reach out. If you want someone to talk to, if you have any comments or feedback for me, send them my way. I appreciate you guys. Thank you again. Sorry again for rambling on so long, but I appreciate you taking the time to listen to me. Have a great night, okay?